there is a before, during and after to this particular track, simply because Electric Callboy were called something else. That in a moment. But today's track is a cover song by this particular band, and they put a techno spin on Kasade's 2006 club classic, Every Time We Touch. Now, I thought to myself, do I give a bit of background about Kasada herself? And I thought it'd be only fair to do that. So I'm just flicking through to get my notes for you. And Kasada, Every Time We Touch, is a song by German techno and Eurodance trio Kasada, taken from their 2007 debut album of the same name. It was written, composed, produced by the band's DJs Manian and Yano. However, the only composing credits were given to Maggie Riley, Stuart McKillop and Peter Risby, and the song borrows the chorus from Riley's single of the same name, Every Time We Touch. It was released in the United States in 2005 by Robbins Entertainment, later released internationally with other dance music labels, Zooland Records and All Around the World and Universal Music Group, and following its success in the United States, musically the song was composed as a Euro dance track with a pulsating synthesizer jackhammer beat and Europop lyrics. Now the lyrics aren't up to much, but the beat was so catchy it was infectious on the dance floors. Now if I go forward to that was the before, what the song was about, the cover person, so I've given them credit where credit's due. It's important, folks, 4 copyrights. And then when it comes to the story and the meaning of this particular song, it'll all come clear. It's so live, it couldn't be any liver than this. Okay, Electric Callboy used to be known as Eskimo Callboy, and they changed their name to Electric Callboy following criticism that the former name was racist. You see how we've become? We've become so sad that the wokeists get in everywhere, don't they? And the extreme lefties and all of them. And the potheads that we're producing in universities that want the grammar and the English dictionary changed. And today is Pride Day here in Dublin. And I'm not so proud that we've gone from 2 simple ways of saying gay and straight to a situation now that we say you're either straight or you're one of 2,400 plus new labels that people give themselves to your sexuality. I think it's confusing, it's sad. And to think I pounded those streets of Dublin for I call them generation potheads, produced and manifesting in universities that want over 2,400 and as many others to be recognized and the dictionary to change and all of that. And now these guys, Eskimo Callboy, had to change the name because it was called racist. They are a German metalcore band, Eskimo Callboy, who rose to great popularity. The band's video Hyper Hyper has already been viewed by over 20 million times on YouTube. The song We Got the Moves over 18 million times, and Pump It over 10 million. Along with their popularity, the band has reached a large number of people, many of whom have complained about the band's name. The term Eskimo has been used in a deflammatory fashion that insults people. My God. The band has taken criticism seriously and then changed it and made the big announcement with saying, hey friends, today we have big news for you. Some of you watched our last video might have expected it already, but today is the day that we changed our name to Electric Callboy. So Electric Callboy, welcome to my channel. Sorry you had to go through so much because of extreme lefties and wokeists to do what you had to do, and sad people, really. I remember growing up watching a program on television on the BBC, and it was white people painting their faces black, and it was called the Black and White Minstrel Show. The hosts were white and some of the guests were white, but the main dancers and musicians had their faces painted black, and that was deemed acceptable. It's unbelievable the freedom we had growing up. I actually wouldn't want to be Generation X or any of the other titles they give the children of today. And it makes me glad I've got no children. It really does. With all the changes that go on, I'm just glad to be a gay man. But today's band, Electric Callboy, release this Every Time We Touch. And it's the Eurobeat classic, and they gave it a twist, and everyone says, CC, you've got to hear them. They're on a bit of a tour at the moment. Details in the description to this particular video. Combining their signature high energy sound with fresh approach, Electric Callboy's rendition of this Euro dance classic breathes new life into the iconic track, adding their own distinct style and injecting it with a surge of contemporary rock vibes. The results are an electrifying anthem that will have listeners dancing and singing along in no time. To complement the release, Electric Callboy have unveiled an impressive music video shot at Castle Rosenstein, providing a visually stunning backdrop for their energetic performance. Now, as I said, all details about the tours are in the video, but I'm excited to get going now. Let's hear the name changed, Electric Callboy, times we live in, with their cover song Every Time We Touch, a techno version. I'm looking forward.
I still hear your voice when you sleep next to me. I still feel your touch in my dream. Forgive me my weakness, but I don't know why. Without you it's hard to survive. 'Cause every time we touch I get this feeling, and every time we kiss I swear I can fly. Can't you feel my heartbeat fast? I want this to last, need you by my side. 'Cause every time we touch I feel the static, and every time we kiss I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heartbeat slow? I can't let you go, want you in my life. When I never let you down,
No way.
I'm living on your love.
Wow. Now we're talking. That's so cool.
Your arms are my castle, your heart is my sky.
Oh my God, look
They
at this.
wipe away tears that I cry.
Oh my God.
The good and the bad times we've been through them all. You make me rise when I fall. 'Cause every time we touch I get this feeling, and every time we kiss I swear I can fly. Can't you feel my heartbeat fast? I want this to last, need you by my side. 'Cause every time we touch I feel the static, and every time we kiss I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heartbeat slow? I can't let you go, want you in my life. 'Cause every time we touch, 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 touch. 'Cause every time we touch.
This is so weird. And now EDM?
Cause every time we touch, 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 touch. Cause every time we touch, 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 touch. Cause every time we touch, I don't wanna be without you. No. Cause every time we I don't wanna be without you. Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I can fly. Can't you feel my heartbeat fast?
I'm going to say absolutely floored me when he came in and he started doing that rock voice. I know they're a metalcore rock band, but I just didn't expect it. I was expecting a continuation of the EDM techno version, and I thought the band has changed the name, changed the sound. You certainly haven't, but you brought it beautifully together. And let's be fair, everybody, not since Disturbed sang the Art Garfunkel hit, which I've forgotten the name of. I'm a music reactor and I've forgotten the name of one of the biggest songs in the world. But when they did the heavy metal version of it, and he came out with that deep voice and did the song, everybody around the world started jumping on board doing covers. I can see many people trying to cover that song, but it's impossible. It's impossible. You've got to have the Electric Callboys vibe. I don't know how your fans are going to dance to that. 1 minute there, and the next minute they're rock and rolling. But I used to be a huge fan of Scorpions from many years ago, and I was recently going over some of their songs so I could play to people that they were so ahead of their time. And I was a Scorpion fan, and everyone else around me in my school was an ACD fan, and I wasn't cool. And then I think I went through a mod phase as well, and the heavy metalists beat me up because they were like, you've become a turncoat, cut your hair. And then here we go, the hair's gone grey. Decades later I get to share that. But look, Electric Callboy, you floored me, absolutely phenomenal version of that cover song. I prefer that. I mean, if I was on the dance floor, a few drinks, feeling great, and especially at a wedding, I would take to the dance floor and just go crazy. Absolutely top class, guys. We're going to go through the lyrics in about 5 minutes, as I said. Do we even need to? But I'll do them anyway. I'll still hear your voice in your sleep next to me. I'll still feel your touch in my dreams. Forgive me my weakness, but I don't know why without you it's hard to survive. Well, you survived it in that little interlope ballerina dance that you did, guys. I just wish I was in the middle of the two of you. But then it says, cause every time we touch I get this feeling. And I had the lead singer there, and all I can say is, you sent me from here, and I'm floating after watching you two do that little dance. I'm jealous, because every time you touch I get this feeling, and I got that feeling, but I won't say where for legal reasons. And every time we kiss I swear I could fly. I imagined that during that video. And can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last, need you by my side. Don't we all need somebody by our sides, don't we? Whether you're a rocker, an EDM fanatic, doesn't matter what you are, black, white, what colour you are, what gender, straight, gay, and that's as far as I'm going. You can keep your other 2,400 other definitions, and I'm just saying that we all need them. And can't you hear my heartbeat so I can let you go once you're in my life? It's so true. It's words we never hear anymore. Partners don't say romantic things the way they used to. I grew up being a romantic, and that was just in me. Not because I was gay, because I had, or maybe it was because I was in touch with the feminine side, but at the same time, you just don't hear these kind of lyrics. They're called wishy-washy now, and the lyrics aren't up to much, and all the macho shite comes into it, which is terrible, because it continues, because every time we touch I get that feeling. And when you do touch somebody that you like, you do get a feeling. So I don't know how these lyrics are so wishy-washy, but it continues. Your arms are my castle, your heart is my sky, they wipe away tears that I cry, the good and the bad times that we've been through them all, you make me rise when I fall. And I swear to God, I have had only 3 relationships in my life. 2 out of the 3 were brilliant. The current one, the first one, but the middle one, he's living in Canada now. Thank God for all the people he polluted. A psychopathic narcissist he was. And absolutely hate even bringing an image into my head. But if you fell, he spat on you. But then my great mother taught me that great saying: when people like him push you far, so far, down to the ground, that all you can taste is the gravel on the ground. Just remember, CC, the only way, everybody, is back up. Just remember that. Because every time we touch, I get the feeling, can't you feel it in my heart? I want this to last, blah de blah, because every time we touch, I feel the static. Oh. There's no better feeling when you kiss someone and feel that static go and touches parts that other beers cannot reach. That's all I'm going to say. For legal reasons and profanity reasons. But, can't you touch my heart? Want you in my life. Well, that sums it up, guys, because I want Electric Callboy back in my life very, very soon. And I can only dream about it every time we touch, guys, in the meantime. That's the way it is. You can blame that hot weather outside. Enjoy the summer, everyone. This is the band to watch out for. Check their touring details. They're going to do a big thing of America. I envy every fan going to see them. Take care.